turned the Beamer this morning. You saw it was a little bit early morning. I figured it'd be a good chance to break the seats in, but we're actually heading over into Texas and picking up some more parts for the car as the weekends normally go. Trying to get there early so I can be back in time, spend some time with the wife for Easter, but it'll give a good chance for the seats to get broken in, at least for me, so I can kind of have a good idea of how comfortable they are, how they'll do on longer drives and stuff like that. And also the car's just been down for a while since the seats went out. It's not been down, I just haven't really driven it in a week. Getting time off of work to get the seats put in and stuff like that, so it needs to be driven so I can avoid that chalky milk on my in my oil and on the bottom side of the oil cap, but so we'll see how it goes. Got the doggo with us today. I don't know if you can see her back there, but we somehow managed to get 2 cats in the house recently, which is beyond me because I've always been a dog person, but we're trying to balance all 3 of them, so tried to make it a little bit easier on the wife and bring the dog today, so see how that goes. Took a stop at a rest area real quick, about 2 hours in, feeling a little more awake now. I was pretty dead in that first clip I filmed, but the seats are doing pretty good actually. I'm getting used to them. It's still a little offset to the right, so I'm not completely centered on the wheel, which is kind of weird, but honestly, unless I'm really thinking about it or trying to drive hard, you really don't notice. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with them, so. Alrighty, we're driving back from Texas now. We picked up the parts. So I've had about probably 3.5, 4 hours in the seats now. I really like them, After a while, I kind of just got used to it because obviously it was a change from the sports seats. Just the quality of the leather on this, it's just a little bit newer on these. Obviously they have a little more padding because they're not the sports seats, and they're just way more comfortable. It kind of muffles bumps and stuff like that because there's a little bit more just kind of suspension, There's a little bit more meat in the seats, so it kind of fits a lot better. Just makes it more comfortable over harsh roads and stuff like that. And yeah, I can still tell that I'm off-centered a little bit, but really it's kind of nice too because it puts me closer to the shifter. And honestly, these seats, for some reason, these seats actually sit lower than the sports seats, which is nice for me because I always felt like I was sitting too high and I could, I was way up there and it didn't feel like a cockpit type of thing, But with this, I sit a little bit lower. I'm closer to the shifter. It's kind of got that nice cockpit feel to it, which I really like. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. For what I paid for them, I paid $150 for both of them, and then I broke quite a few Dremel tips getting them in, but that was just my fault. So all in all, for probably around $200, $250 if you want to include gas to go pick them up and stuff like that, for 2 seats in good condition, and I can't complain. I do really like them, so we're just one step closer to finishing up the interior. Really all it has left is to do a speaker upgrade, which I'm gonna go with BAV, I think it's BAV audio. Upgrade it, replaces all your stock speakers with just plug and play upgraded speakers. That's a major one. And then obviously the window regulator and way later down the road we can fix the sunroof, but right now it's not really an issue for me. But yeah, the interior's coming together. I like it. These seats look a lot better with the back seats, just because the leather isn't quite as faded as the sport seats were, and it just kind of ties the back seats in a little bit better, I think. So I had a suggestion from a guy in the E36 Facebook group about refreshing the sport seats since they're already out and getting covers for them, and I thought it was a good idea. You know, I mean, I still think it is. It's just I was looking at the prices for the leather seat covers for the sport seats, and it's like, man, it's like $350 for one cover. So am I really gonna want to spend $700 on a seat cover and then reupholster it? And me never reupholstering anything, probably gonna fuck it up. Like, I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna try and sell them and get something back on them. And then, you know, eventually I'll probably end up putting buckets in here at some point. So I'm not too worried about having an extra set of seats on hand, but we'll see what happens with those. I listed them on Marketplace, so maybe someone can come scoop them, hopefully, because I'm sure my wife's gonna get real tired of me putting all my old shit in the yoga room. So yeah. So one thing worth mentioning, if you ever do put any bucket seats or aftermarket, or even what I did, just another BMW seat from an older model, it's gonna throw the airbag light on your dash, just because, at least in my case, and then for bucket seats it's gonna be the same. The E46 seats have occupancy sensors in the seat itself, and obviously that's what the plug is for. Goddamn loud ass truck. That's what the plug is for underneath the seats, so it can tell if, you know, there's someone. Obviously, if the car's on, there's probably gonna be someone in the driver's seat, because, you know, how else is it gonna move? But in the passenger seat, you know, they both have them, I believe, because of the door airbags. So it's gonna pop that light. I've heard it's pretty easy, to get it coated out. So it's really not a big deal. And I guess if you really want to go kind of ghetto with it, you can just pull the instrument cluster and take the light bulb out the back of it, which I did think about, but no, I'm not gonna do that. But that's pretty much it as far as downsides, to be honest. Pretty excited about the parts we picked up right now in Texas, just because it's gonna let me. I've been looking for this part for a while, and without it I wouldn't have been able to make a video or use some of the parts I had gotten previously. So I'm happy that I was just scrolling through Facebook, you know, one day and ended up stumbling upon it. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be, well, as long as everything, you know, goes all right and these parts are in good condition, it'll definitely be a nice change for the car. One that's definitely overdue. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. But we'll get into that next video, or maybe 2 videos from now. We'll see. So hope you guys are looking forward to it. I know I'm kind of talking about a bunch of random ass shit, but, you know, what else am I gonna do? I still got a long time till I get home. I just got the dog as company, so. But I've been thinking lately about possibly adding another vehicle to the growing collection. But mainly I was looking into E90 3 Series and E65 Series. But my thing is, if I'm gonna get a 5 Series, I feel like I might as well get a 550, because why not get a V8? You know, because obviously I can't even get a 3 Series with a V8. But if I get a 3 Series and, you know, inline 6, I'm cool with that, just a little bit newer. of a 3 Series, still get, you know, better gas mileage, because mainly I'm looking for a sedan. It's a little more room. You know, I like the coupe body style. It's just something, not that this isn't dailyable, it's definitely dailyable, but I'm kind of looking more for an automatic sedan. Not going to do anything too crazy to it. I just want to keep it relatively stock and just use it, you know. That'll be the reliable Beamer, you know, as far as that goes. But so, you know, I want to hear what y'all think about that. Should I go with a 550i or try and find just a nice E93 series, specifically a 328? Because right now I don't really want to deal with the 335i, N54, N55. I mean, obviously, who doesn't want inline 6 twin turbos or single turbo for N55? But I've just heard the maintenance on those can be a nightmare, and, you know, turbo failure, wastegate rattle, having to get the walnut cleanings on the intakes, and I just don't really have time for that, and that kind of defeats the purpose of me trying to get a more reliable, dailyable sedan if I, you know, I'm worried about all the boost specific stuff. So, but let me know what you guys think. If I do anything, it'll probably be at the end of this month, so we'll see. But yeah, let me know.